right, so for today, here's what I have set up for today. There's essentially two things that you're going to need to do to get set up so that you can start or you can feel comfortable about sending people to your website, sending them here so that you can start collecting their contact information. One is there's a tech side to it. I know the whole goal was is to avoid tech and to avoid coding, and then we are, but we need to do a couple things. We need to get it on your website. We need to get it hooked in with your email service provider. If you're not using email marketing software, one, you need to, and you can either get a standalone platform and plug it into ClickFunnels, or ClickFunnels has one built in. It's that second price point they have for the $297. It does some really cool stuff. I love it. It allows you to reduce all the different software platforms that you might be using into one. So we're going to be talking about email and what you need to do to follow up and the emails that you need to send. So that needs to go into software. Is there anybody here that doesn't have some form of email marketing software? Just type in a 2 if you don't have any software. And if you do have software, can you type in what you're currently using? Okay, so I have a couple 2s. Vertical Response, MailChimp. Vertical Response, that's actually one I haven't used before. I've used MailChimp. Okay, so for the folks that said, that answered 2, Patty using Blackbaud. I'm not sure if Blackbaud, I'm not sure if it's going to be able to do what we need it to do and be able to plug into here. I'll show you why in a second, but it might be able to. I'm not sure. So we're going to talk about the emails that need to go out. What I'm not going to do today is walk you through how to set up your email system and how to add it to your website. The reason is, 1, you're all using different website platforms. 2, as I've already seen, you're using multiple different email platforms. So if I show you how to set this up on one website or set it up on one email platform, it doesn't work for the next person. So what I'm going to send you is this. ClickFunnels has already done it for you. They've already said, here's where you need to start. Here's how to set up your domain. Here's how to set up and integrate your third-party autoresponders, MailChimp, GetResponse, and to set up your funnel. So a lot of this, I'm going to link you to this. It's for you to go through, or if you have somebody in-house, a tech person, or if you can contact whoever set up your website, just send them here, show them your funnel setup. They'll know what to do. I don't want this to get you stuck. If you have a third-party website provider that you need to go to do this, and they charge you more than like $100, I would say don't use them. Contact me. I'll help you get it set up. But this should be really easy for them to do. If you want to try to follow the instructions and do it, and you have control over some of the things on your website and your hosting, feel free. There's videos and step-by-step of how to do that. So again, leave here knowing that this is just one step you need to do. It shouldn't take you more, than if you're doing it yourself, maybe an hour or so. But hopefully you can toss it off to somebody else to get it set up. Okay, so that's the tech side. We have to get into your domain. You have to get it into your email provider. And again, if you're using ClickFunnels Actionetics program, you can set it up pretty easily. So that's part 1 of getting set up. Part 2 of getting set up is we need to actually customize the pages to your logo, your color, your branding, right? So what I sent to you was this, and then for those that didn't get this, here's what you're going to get. Don't worry about trying to get into it now. It's okay. You're going to have this recording. You're going to be able to go back. Don't worry about it. So this is the first page of the landing page that we have set up. And the reason first that I chose this whole 19 questions to help evaluate the best private school for your child, the reason I chose this as our first lead magnet, is because getting back to this whole idea of getting you started quickly so that you don't have to spend tons of time trying to customize a lot of things and figure out who's going to write this document. This can apply no matter what type of school you are, or all girls or all boys, boarding or day, lower or upper school. This can still apply to you. And the questions there still apply. The only customization that needs to be done to this is colors and logos and things like that. And I'm going to make you another offer when we're done here where I'm actually going to do some more stuff for you. So what I want to do is talk to you about the funnel process, what we're trying to accomplish, why this works really, really well. And then I'm actually going to take you into the system and show you how you can make a few edits on your own so that, look, you see the Panorama School? That's not a real school. That's a fake logo that I made. And I'll show you on the next page as well. So let's talk about what we're seeing here, because I think it's important for you to know what's going on and why this is set up this way. Because one of the things, it's one thing to just say, oh, I have a lead magnet. It's the other thing to have a lead magnet that converts, because we're going to be sending traffic here, and you want the maximum amount of people that see this to give you their contact information. And things like little things that you're not even thinking about, the color of this button, where this is positioned, the bullet points, all of that has an impact, and it can increase or decrease your conversions by 10, 20, 30%. So this page setup, very simple, very clean. It's built that way for a purpose, because this is what's been proven to get some of the highest responses. And there's two really important items on this page that will help you get higher responses. One is, as you can see, there's no form on this page, and all those pages that I showed you on the webinar, they had forms. Well, this is called a two-step opt-in. When they say click here to download your guide, they click and there's a little pop-up. It's called a micro commitment, where if they've clicked that button, they're like 30% more likely to fill out this form. Crazy psychological stuff, but this has been proven by a lot of other people that are a lot smarter than me with this stuff, and they've done a lot more testing, and they said, look, this is what's been proven to get the highest opt-ins. Okay, so what are we asking for here? We're asking for name. See if I can actually put the email address in right. And then I put something simple in here, applying to grade. I'll show you how you can change this and update this pretty easily. But what you want to start doing is, you don't want to ask a ton of questions, but it's nice to add 1 or 2 questions at the bottom here that when you set up your email system, you're going to be able to start auto segmenting these lists so that when people opt in, you have Clint, the 9th grader, in a separate list from Bobby, the 11th grader, or certainly the parent names, right? You're going to have one big list, certainly, but you're also going to segment those lists based upon grade, because how you want to communicate to the 9th grade family might be different than what you're communicating to the 11th grade family, and so on and so forth. So you could even ask, what's your number one thing you're looking for in a school, and even give them some options, college prep or whatever it might be. So you can ask those questions as well. But for right now, let's just keep it real simple. And simple is going to be key to get started. You can get really, really fancy with these things and set up all sorts of cool things, and we'll talk about that. But we'll get to that later. It's more important that you get started with something that is streamlined and works. So let's just pick grade 9. Send me the guide. All right, then we get taken to the thank you page. Okay, so the thank you page has, congrats, here's your 19 questions guide, download the guide here. Now let's actually download the guide. So this is a guide that was used by one of our consultants at the Academy of the Lakes. As you can see, 19 questions to help evaluate your private school for your child. This is what's going to be in there right now. Here's another offer that I'm going to make to you, and I'll send this to you in an email as well. But we obviously need this especially to be customized to your school, your information. What I'm going to ask you to do is, when this is done, send me your logo. I have an editable document. I'll put your logo on here. I'll send it back to you. You feel free to edit anything that you want in here. Edit the questions. If you don't like these questions, if you want to change anything, you should have full control over what is being displayed for your school. But again, I'm giving you this because it can be applied to a lot of different schools, but of course have your branding and look. So at the very least, send me your logo. I'll get it put here on the on the on this document, and I'll send it back to you. So I'm trying to do as much as possible to prevent you from getting stuck anywhere. So this is your guide. I'll send it back to you, and that's what you can put in there for people to download, and I'll show you where they can do that. So we want to give them the guide, but remember, now we want to take them to the next step. How do we take them to the next step? Well, we know that they're interested, so we want to say, are you ready to learn more about the Panorama School? Below are the recommended next steps. Actually, I didn't mean to save this, but I had actually, here's a step 1 and a step 2, inquire now or explore further. From the previous onboarding session, I guess I saved this. This would be a great time to put, let's just say, a video from a parent maybe enrolled last year, the year before, and they have a great testimonial. They're saying, look, we were evaluating all these schools just like you are likely right now. We downloaded this guide. No, they're not going to be able to download this guide, but we went to an open house. We weren't sure what to expect, and we decided to enroll for reasons X, Y, and Z, and you know what? It was the best decision ever. What I can recommend is the very first step, just make sure you go to an open house, or make sure you go to a shadow day, or make sure you inquire to get the packet of information. Whatever you want them to do as the next step. If you have a video, this is a great spot to put the video. Hit inquire now, link them over to your inquiry form. And guys, that's really the 2 steps that we want to get set up. So obviously opt in, get the download. Think about your school, what you have right now. What can you put here that will help compel them to take whatever your next step is? Do you have an event coming up? Do you have a video or a piece of content or something about what they should do next to compel them to take that next step? So that is really important about what you want to put here, and I'll show you how you can edit that. And so you might not have a video. At the very least, to say, are you ready to learn the next steps? Here's the next step. Click here to inquire. We'll send you some more information. At the very least, have that. Okay. Let me go back actually, because I want to show you something else that I forgot. So I talked about how this increases conversions, this little pop-up. There's something else on here that also will help increase conversion. It's called social proof. See this little Facebook box right here, this like, share? Seems fine, seems like you've seen this on plenty of websites. There's a little trick that we're going to do here. What a lot of people will do, even on a blog post or a specific page, they'll tell their website, whoever built their website, hey, put a share button there. And they'll put a share button, but it's to share this page or to like this page or show who was like this page. Well, look, when you guys set this up, you're going to have 0 people here that have liked this page. That's not something you want to show, that there's nobody that likes this page. So what you can do is, I just used ISM's Facebook page here. You can get a like button for your entire school page so that you can see, look, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people have liked this. And if they have their friends, other people in the community, they'll see their picture there, that they also like the school as well. So this just adds more social proof, that it just makes you feel more warm and cozy, that there's other people just like you that are downloading this guide. So how do you get this? And I'll send you this link as well. It's through Facebook. It's very simple. It's the like button for the web. They take you step by step. Literally, put your URL of your Facebook page in here. Click Get Code. You're going to get a piece of code. You are literally going to copy it. Let me see here. Let's go to Edit Page. So I'm actually in the back end of ClickFunnels right now. You are literally just going to copy it and paste it in here. And that's what's going to create the Facebook like for your school. Okay, so I'm going to go into the back end here at ClickFunnels and show you how easy it is to edit this for your school. But does anybody have any questions about the process, about the lead magnet itself, why I chose this, or just how this all works? Any questions about that? All right, okay, I don't see anything, so that's good. All right, so this is what's set up. Obviously, what we need to do now is customize it. So this is a piece, again, I talked about you don't need to be a coder, you don't need to know anything about website design. All you need to know is how to click, point, drag, and drop. Okay, let me show you how easy it is. And again, you're going to get this recording. Plus, also, ClickFunnels has amazing just how-to videos, walkthrough videos. So if this isn't enough and you feel like you're getting stuck, look at ClickFunnels. But again, my whole goal here is to make sure you don't get stuck. So if you need to contact me, do not hesitate to reach out to me and say, look, I have no idea how to fix this image or something like that. Just let me know. So let me just show you a couple things. The only couple things you're really going to need to know how to customize. The first is you're not the Panorama School. You need to click this, right? If you just click that, it opens up this little settings. Click image, and you're just going to upload your image. So you want to add an image, add your logo, upload it, and just exit out of here once I'm able to do that. Oops. Oh, cancel. So I'm looking for the X. So that's how you just get your logo in there. And if you need to change the width, maybe your logo goes in there and it's gigantic or it's too small. Hopefully it's on the bigger side, not smaller side. I mean, you can make it gigantic if you want. But let's just go back to, this is a pretty good standard size. When you upload it, it should stick at that size. Your goal is to always make sure that whatever size you make things, that this button stays what's called above the fold, that people don't have to scroll to get to it. If they have to scroll to get to the button, that decreases conversions. The reason this is one page, no scrolling, is for a reason, okay? So what are the other things you might need to customize? I already talked about there's this custom JavaScript. You just open that, open code editor, and that's the Facebook code. All right, so everything here is drag and drop. You're going to get a new image. When I create that new document for you, that your first page of your document is not going to look like this. Whatever it ends up looking like, I will put in here and give you this image back to upload and put it in. Okay, so again, you just click on it. It pops up as an editor. You just click here to add image. Okay. I don't think I mean, unless you're truly unhappy with these bullet points or you want to add something else, I mean, again, all you have to do is just start typing, and that's how you edit that. You don't need to worry about moving things around. I mean, if you want to move things around, you can. It's as easy as, if you wanted to, oops. If you want to move this button up here, you can. As you can see, it's just drag and drop. I wouldn't do that. I would just put it here. But I just want to show you how easy it is to update things. Double click, start typing if you want to change anything. The one thing you probably will change text-wise is down here, this copyright. You're going to probably just want to put your contact information in there, your address, your phone number, your email. So just get that, put that in there, and change that. That's the only thing. You don't want any navigation. You don't want to put links back anywhere else on your site here. All right, so again, it's like that for a reason. All right, so that is the landing page. Hopefully this is easy, it's making sense. Again, the last thing I want you to do is overwhelm. Let's go back. Now let's edit your thank you page. So, you know what I need to do? I'll talk to you about how to get your file into here if you want to do it. So before, what I had was, let's say you don't want a video. You can just go in here, delete it. Okay. I don't know. Put a headline. Step 1. Inquire. Oops. Then you can just put a subheadline. Click here and we will send you wonderful information about the school. And inquire now. So you could have that, again, if you can populate this with some more compelling content, whether it's a video whether it's a testimonial or a quote or something like that that would get somebody excited to take the next step. That's what you want to put here. And if you have a video, great. Video is really what's selling right now and what people are consuming. So if you have video, great. If not, don't worry about it. At least ask them to take the next step. And again, it's just as easy as just dragging and dropping, adding elements. If there's something complex that you want to do and you're not sure how to do it, just let me know, and I can help walk you through it. Maybe I can even log in and do it for you. But I just want to show you what can be edited. And again, here's just some fill-in content. Make sure you edit this bottom part as well with your school information. One other thing I want to show you, let me go to exit. Go to settings. Oh, sorry. Let me go to digital assets. So when you go back into ClickFunnels, go into your profile at the top right hand side, go into digital assets. This is where you're going to upload the document. So as you can see, I have it uploaded here. When I change this document and give it back to you with your logo, this PDF, you're going to get it. You're going to go into here, you're going to go to add a new asset. You're going to choose the file, upload the file, give it a name, click add. And once you do that, you're going to get an asset path, copy asset path, so that when you go into here and click the download, you go to set action and you put in the URL right here. And that's how you download, that's how you attach the file to this button to download. Okay? Again, you'll have this video to go back and be able to rewatch again. ClickFunnels has a ton of information on doing this. And if you have somebody on the tech side that can do this, great. But these are the last few things that we need to do to get set up. Now, the other question is, what about the emails? So I'm going to jump over now to the emails. How does everybody feel after looking at that? Do you feel more or less confident that you can get this set up within the next few days? Does it seem too complicated? More confident? Confident? You doing okay? Okay, good. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've played with a lot of these different landing page builders. I understand that if this might be your first time, I just want to make sure that I hit on the right things here. So everybody, okay, everybody sounds good. Okay, great. And like I said, I will keep repeating myself. If you get stuck, you don't have somebody else to go to, contact me, okay? Okay, Polly, you said, can you go to the back end of ClickFunnels and show us how to get the screens you are showing? Yeah, absolutely. So ClickFunnels, so once you log in here, you're going to want to go to Funnels, and you're going to have your funnels here, the ones that I shared with you. And then you're going to get here. So on the left-hand side are your funnel steps. So all you should see are the opt-in and a thank you page. That's all you need to worry about. Okay? So you get here, you go to edit page, and that's how you get to this page. Always make sure you click save. If you ever want to preview something, that's up here. But anything you click on pops open how to edit. So that's how you get here, and then when you want to exit, click exit. If you didn't make a change or you made a change, and it'll prompt you to save, but let's just leave. And then again, to get to that confirmation page, go to thank you, and you can edit that page. Okay, you'll see here start split test, create variation. We're going to probably do that in the future, where we actually create multiple versions of the same page with maybe a different color or a different call to action, and we can actually test to see which one does better. And then after a certain amount of website visits, you'll have a good indication, like, look, this one converts at 50%, this one converts at 30%. We're going to use the 50% one. We'll get to that point. I don't want to get bogged down in that. So just get this set up. All right. Oops. All right, everybody. Okay, everybody looks good. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop over to the emails. The emails are just in text format. I'm going to give you the document for the emails so that you can put it into your email software, whether you're using the one directly in ClickFunnels or you're using your own. And again, I'm not going to go through the technical aspects of it, because how you do it in MailChimp versus how you do it in Constant Contact it's going to be a little bit different. It's all going to do the same thing in the end, but the process to do it is a little bit different. So the best thing to do is your email software providers have great instructions on how to, if you have the emails done, that's the hard part. Just being able to plug them into your automation sequence. So let's go and take a look at that. Okay, so here's this big long document I'm going to send you, and it's broken down by email 1, email 2, email 3. All right. So again, don't worry about taking notes or anything like this. You're going to get this. So the first thing, and let me see, can everybody see this? Let's do it that way. Okay. Okay, so Linda, your question was, do you know if ClickFunnels allows us to use or see their email inside the free trial? I don't think I recall seeing that. Linda, do you mean if a website visitor enters in their email, if you can see their contact information? I'll let you respond to that. If you're using their Actionetics, I believe you can. If you're not using Actionetics, I believe it's still saved in contacts. I have their free trial right now. I don't recall seeing how to set up email. Oh, yeah. You can definitely set up email. You're going to want to go email services. It'll take you through how to set up your email. Okay. Yeah, so you have to set up your third-party email responder in here, or you can set up your individual email as well in here. So these are the instructions to do that. The free trial that you're all on has 0 restrictions on what you can do. Yeah, it's available in the free trial. You can do everything that you could do whether you pay it or not. You have full capabilities. So yeah, definitely integrate your autoresponder. And again, yeah, it's on a free trial right now. That's a way for you. My goal is to have you guys have this set up before the free trial is over, so that you feel confident in paying for it. If you want to keep the lead magnet pages, you just have to keep paying for it. I mean, that's not my rule. That's the software's rule. That's why they want you to keep using the software. So you need to pay for their service to keep the pages active and live. And the reason that you're definitely going to want to do that as well, and this is for down the road. When I say down the road, maybe in a couple weeks. This is one lead magnet, guys. If you remember, all of the schools that I showed you were doing a great job at their inbound marketing and having lead magnets. What did they have? They had multiple. They had this one. They had a college prep sheet. They had the survival guide. They had an infographic or a video. So what you're going to want to get to the point is, if you're here right now and you get this and you know why we're doing this, then you need to keep going forward, right? This isn't just like I'm going to set it up and then walk away. Because especially if you have a K-12 school, right, the lead magnet that you might want to use for the upper school, you might want to have something specific for them. Or, like I said, that when I showed you before, that interactive portrait of a graduate, I think that's a really cool thing to implement. So I'm actually going to do that for you as well here in a couple weeks. Once we all get set up, I'm going to build another one for you that you can add directly to your account. So you're always going to want to keep this software because you're also going to want to build your own funnels potentially, because all you have to do is go in here and click clone. You can clone this entire thing, just change the text and the images around, and you have another funnel set up. It's really that easy. Okay. All right. So what do I want to do? Oh yeah, I'm going into the emails, right? Okay. So again, set up your third-party email provider. And if you don't have one yet and you're wondering which one to use, again, my first recommendation is Actionetics through ClickFunnels. I'll send you a video on why. If you don't want to use them and you want to get something else, another third party, probably my next recommendation would be to use ActiveCampaign. It has a lot of bang for the buck. All those services are based on the number of subscribers, except for Actionetics, you get unlimited subscribers. But all the other ones, there's typically tiers: 1,000-person tier, a 2,000, a 5,000. If you're under 2,000 contacts, I think the monthly cost for those are around, $15 to $20 to $30, something in that range. ActiveCampaign for what you get, I think, is the best. So again, happy to help you make that decision as well. Anyway, here are your emails. So after somebody opts in, we want to automate the email sending to them. You don't want to get stuck doing this manually, because the whole point of this is to do some automation to get leads in, to save you time, to save you advertising dollars. If you have to start doing this manually, you're going to get bogged down again. So as much as you really want to try to get this automated, and on any piece of software will do that. So the first thing is, day one, when somebody puts in their email address to get your lead magnet, we're actually going to send them 2 emails. It's not overboard. Don't feel like you're inundating them. The 2 emails serve 2 different purposes. The first email that you want to give them is this a welcome email, a new subscriber email. If this person that entered in their contact information is not on your list currently, then you can say, send them this email. If they are on your list currently, you can tell your email system to not send them this. This is truly for new people who are just becoming aware of who you are. Okay, so I'm going to skim through this just so we can talk through about what's important to keep and what would be editable and what do you want to change. Of course, this is an entirely editable document. I built it so that you can copy and paste and put it into your email system. So it's Aegis Academy is our fake academy. So welcome to the academy. Here's where to start. Hey, my name is. Use your name. Start right now with developing a personal connection with your leads. Okay, don't say, hey, welcome from the whatever school, and don't use your signature as the school name. If you are the director of admissions and you are the one doing these emails, make it your name, your contact information, the image of your profile picture at the bottom. All right, so hey, my name is Clint Losh. I'm the director of admissions here at Aegis Academy. I want to take a second to hello and welcome you to the family. Now, you may not want to say family. You may want to reserve that term for people that actually enroll, but we want to start making them feel comfortable. That, like, look, we truly appreciate that you've taken the time to join our mailing list. So on behalf of myself and the entire team here, truly excited and grateful you decided to join our mailing list. I know this is going to be an absolute game changer for helping you in the process of finding the perfect school for your child, no matter what stage of the process you're in. Here's what you can expect from us. So the point of this welcome email is that you're setting them up for future communication. You want to let them know, look, here's what's going to happen next. Here's what you can expect from us. And it's called indoctrination. And we always heard the term, you get one time to make the great first impression, right? You want to make a great first impression even through email to help them get on campus. After the webinar that I did, I saw all the comments and everybody was like, look, if we could just get more people on campus, the deal's closed. Everybody loves the campus. They love seeing the other kids. They love seeing the faculty, but we just need to get them on campus. That is what this is designed to do, is to help get them on campus. What content can you provide to help compel them? All right. Is it video? Is it testimonial? This is the time to start giving them that. So here's what you can expect from us. Now, this is helpful if you have a blog. If you have a blog, you can say, look, we're updating our blog every single week. We're going to send you updates. When we update that blog, we'll send you the link in the description, and that's what we're going to send to you. Now, you might say, well, what if we don't have a blog? That's okay. Just say, look, here's what you can expect of this. Now, I'm going to encourage you to start considering to actively getting a blog, because if you want to differentiate yourself from the competition, if you need to make more people aware of how special your school is, because I heard that as well. Look, we need to make people aware in the community about our school, about the special advantages that we have, that why we're different. Your content is what does that. Your general website and statistics and things like that, it's not going to do that. Your blog content, your videos, that's what's going to do that. So if you're not actively doing that now, I am going to have a training on what the next steps are on doing that. So I also don't want you to think that today is the last of our training. Here's your lead magnet and go. We're going to next have training on, okay, how do we get people to see our offer, our lead magnet? What type of blog content do we need to create? How do we get traffic? That is all coming within the next week or so. All right, so just stay tuned for that, and just know that this is not the end. So if you don't have blog content, then you can't say we're going to send you blog content. but I think you should get to that point. But you could say, look, here's what you can expect from us. We're going to send you updates about everything happening at the academy, such as seasonal events, upcoming, sporting events, games, open houses, and any other resources we think you'll find fun and helpful for your child. Here's what you need to do to get started. So again, indoctrinating them, getting them used to opening your email. So I didn't talk about this at all yet, but this is actually one more thing you want to add to your website. Very simple. As you all know, with Gmail, you have those promotion tabs, right? Those social tabs where your email that you're sending in bulk might get auto put in there and people will never see your email. So what you want to do is encourage people to what's called whitelist your emails. Now, is everybody going to do this? No. Will a certain percentage? Yes. So that's just going to increase how many people see your emails when you send them out. So what you want to tell people is whitelist and prioritize all emails from the academy or from your email address from Clint at Aegis Academy and Clint Losh. So not only will you receive updates about new articles on the blog, you also receive notifications about whatever else you're going to send them. Follow the whitelisting instructions here. So you actually want to put the whitelisting instructions on your website. Here's how to do that. Let me go back here. I'm going to send you this as well. As you can see here, this is an easy document. Copy and paste, put this on a web page, get it on your website. Whoever can just put a page on your website with just this, that's all you need to do. Copy and paste and put it on there. All this is doing is you're going to have a link that's aegisacademy.com/whitelist. And here's the instructions. You need to whitelist our email address to ensure you receive updates from your school name. Follow these instructions. In your inbox, locate whatever you use the email to send them the lead magnet, put in here, name@schoolwebsite.com. Drag this email into your primary inbox. You'll see that our emails go to your primary folder in the future. So what you've done is you've told them how to prevent your emails from going in those social and promotion tabs. And if you're using other providers, just add us as a contact in your address book, okay? So you actually want to put that on your website. You want to put that in your email. So this is where we talk about the whitelisting instructions, all right? So feel free to have that. Step 2, take 2 seconds, join our Facebook page. Tell them to connect with you on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever you're active, all right? Start getting them so that as you're doing updates on all these other platforms, they're seeing your message everywhere. Okay, not just email, not just your website, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, that's the whole purpose of it, right? So link them to it. If you need to get in touch with me directly, maybe Twitter isn't the fastest. Whatever is the fastest, send me an email, message me on Facebook, whatever it might be. Talk soon. I actually thought I got rid of this. We're not going to use the best of PS. We're going to use the what's next PS. So you always want to put a PS. Always think about this. Put a PS at the end of your emails. Why? Because their PS actually gets read. It's been proven that people will read the PS even if they're skimming through the entire thing. So here, this is, next few days are going to feel like Christmas. You probably don't want to put that. Or you could, totally up to you. This is like if you had some great blog content, like here's the best of the best. Over the next 3 days, I'm going to send you our best content. That's what you can do. What I would put here is what you can expect next is we're going to send you an email with the answers to the 19 questions guide. So we're going to call it the what you can expect to receive from us next. And another thing to keep in the back of your mind, guys, is these emails that you need to have go out need to go out day 1, like instantly, day 2, day 3, day 4. Not wait a week, not 4 days, not 3 days, not 2 days. Every single day, these emails need to go out. So you can automate that. Again, you just plug them in. Instantly, they get this email. Then day 1, they get this. And then day 2, day 3. Okay? The more time in between emails, the more that they forget about you, or the less that they remember you, however you want to phrase that. Okay? So that's your welcome email. Simultaneously, you want to send them the download. So after they opted in for your lead magnet, right? Here's the subject line, download the 19 questions to help evaluate your private school. Okay, hey, first name, this is where your email provider, you can put a token in there so it auto populates their first name. Thanks for requesting the guide, download it here. Here's something pretty cool. Not only should you download this guide if you want an easy, confident way to make the best school decision for your child, print out a copy, bring it with you to the next open house. So if you know you have an event coming up, put that information in here. Now, you just have to remember to change that when the event is done. But this is where you want to start getting them to take that next step. Hey, print it out and bring it to the next open house. Here's our open house schedule. All right, don't hesitate to let us know if you have any questions about the guide or upcoming open house. We hope you find it helpful and look forward to seeing you on campus. P.S. Want to learn more about the Academy? Click here to watch a few videos from our current parents, students, or alumni. Whatever you got, send them to it. Whatever you got that is like a testimonial video, whatever you have, send them to it. All right, so that's day one. Day two is, let's just call it Aegis Academy again. Aegis Academy answered the 19 questions for you. So this is some of the work that you actually need to do. If you saw that Sewickley Academy did it, Academy at the Lakes did it, yes, we're going to give them that guide with the open-ended questions for them to fill out, but you want to answer that for them for your school. So what you're going to do is, in day two, that's the piece of content that you're going to send them. Say, hey, thanks for checking out the guide. To make life a little bit easier for you when evaluating private schools for your child, I thought you might find it helpful to read what the Academy answered to the same 19 questions. Download our answers. We hope you found it helpful. Again, don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. Signature. P.S. Don't forget to check out our upcoming open house. See the schedule here. Okay. So you want to give them your answers now. So Linda, you said, I thought they already downloaded it via the click on the website. Ah, good question. They did not download your answers. They downloaded the template. This is what you're going to give them. You're telling them, use this document to help in your school evaluation process. So it's open-ended. Day two, you're going to have this filled out. So you need to do that ahead of time. You need to just fill out the answers to these questions. All right, I'll send you what Academy of the Lakes used to get an idea. But again, I think you're going to know the answers to your questions. Just take a few minutes, take some time, take a half a day, just fill this out, because that's what you're going, where's the email? That's what you're going to send them here. And it's just going to be a downloadable document. Okay? So again, this is all about nurturing, staying in front, giving them value, giving them helpful content. Okay? Email 3. Now, email 3, this goes down day 3. This is great if you do have a blog. Find the best blog post that you have. Make that the title of the subject line. Say, if you checked out our blog yet, I wanted to share one of our most recent posts that received the most buzz from parents. Blog title, link, description of the blog post, bullet points, read the blog, hope you enjoy it. Still a PS, still looking for the right school for your child, click here to learn more. Now, on the upcoming trainings, I'm going to talk about, if you don't have a blog, there's really 2 or 3 posts that you should be able to create pretty quickly and get them on your website and then call it a blog. All right. It's going to have a lot of benefits, but again, the whole purpose of it is what content can we provide that's going to help parents move them down that next step of the journey, and your blog content should do that. And so if you don't have a blog, you can replace this with again, it can be more videos, what's happening. It could be your recent newsletter. I think a lot of us have newsletters. Hey, did you see our recent newsletter we sent out earlier in the month? Check it out here. You just want to keep them moving forward and keep giving them content. But again, the upcoming trainings are going to be, 1, what is the content I need to have on the website? 2, how do we start driving traffic to those offers? So that is what's coming next. I'll be sending out those announcements here shortly. But if you do have a blog, this is really the format you should do all the time, maybe once a week. Say, here's the recent blog post, here's the title, here's what you're going to learn, check it out here. Very, very simple. Okay? So that's the emails, guys. Those are the emails, but it's important that you get them into your system. Get them into your email system so that they automatically get sent out. So this will provide content for you for 3 days, 4 days, and help getting people to go to an open house, go to an event, get them on your campus. And like I said, one of the things I'll promise is that I will create one more lead magnet for you and share it directly into your account. The one that I think will have the most broad appeal, that will need some more customization, is that interactive portrait of a graduate. I think that's a really cool way to get parents to visualize what it's going to be like to experience your school and to graduate from your school, and what the child's going to learn. So I'm going to create that right within ClickFunnels. I'll share it with you, and you'll have that. But don't worry about that right now. Your only concern right now should be give this help page to whoever you need to get your domain and your email system set up. If you get stuck or somebody's like, yeah, I'll do this for you for $500, don't do that, please. If somebody charges you like $100, fine. I would say just pay them to do it. If it's anything more than that, let me know. We'll just jump on and we'll do it together. So that's step one. Step two is get into your account, start editing what you can edit, the logo, and start looking around to see what could I have as this. Maybe it's a video, so let's put the video back. Add element, add video. That's a really big video. Let's change it to half width. Boom. Hey, we have a video now. And all I have to do is put a link. Maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's a Wistia, wherever you have a video, just put it in here, and that's what'll show up there. And then you might just want to delete this. And now you have a totally changed next step of a thank you page. All right, so I do see a question, Polly. Once the family inquires, should I presume the emails stop and the normal admissions process begins, or do we nurture them through the admissions process? Polly, it's a great question. So your automation is likely going to stop at that point, but you want to continue to nurture them through the admissions process. I think that's a great way that you put it. You really do. You don't want to stop giving them emails, stop directing them to blog posts. Because what's the point of all that? The point of all that is to show off your school, to show off your value, to show why you're different. That's all it is. You're trying to give as much value to that family as possible. Answer their questions, answer their objections. Hey, why do parents, maybe based upon exit surveys, or why parents have applied or enrolled their students, what are your surveys telling you? That's the type of content you need to give them through the admissions process, because just because they, as you all know, just because they filled this out and they inquired doesn't mean they're going to enroll. So how do we increase that yield, that conversion ratio from being just a lead to inquire, to get them on campus, to actually enrolling? So that again is part of another training. That's where we get into the idea of email marketing. Okay, how do we continue to send them email, or to continue to post on Facebook, or to continue to provide them with content in whatever fashion or form it takes, that's going to help move them along in that parent value journey. So there is going to be more training on doing that, because I know that it's not easy, because when we start talking about sending email and developing blog content, you're like, wow, I'm already wearing 15 hats in my school. How do I create and do all this? I'm going to show you some tricks about how to do that. Again, this will get you, set up. This is going to increase right off the bat people, inquiring and getting on campus. But please don't think that your communication with them, in terms of sending them the blog posts and things like that, is going to end. One of the things that I recommend is that you likely right now have a database of prospective parents that maybe haven't inquired yet, haven't been to an open house. You just have their contact information. Maybe it was a community event. People stop by your booth or your table. You got their contact information, but they never came on campus, or they never formally inquired. The first thing that I recommend that you guys do is, once you have this lead magnet set up, actually send this out to your existing list of parents and get them re-engaged with you. Okay, get them re-engaged. So maybe those people that didn't take action, maybe this will help them do that. All right, so hopefully that answers your question, Polly. And again, I'll create that email. I forgot to give it to you now, but by the time you have your lead magnet set up, I'll give you the email that you can send out to your current parents. All right. So there's a lot of other fancier things that we can do, especially within ClickFunnels. We can send them Facebook messages. We can send them text messages. There's something really cool where you can actually, let's say, for example, a parent comes on campus and comes to an open house. You can actually put a voicemail right into their phone, and it can say, hey, thanks for stopping by the open house. And you can do that at scale in mass if you wanted to, where it doesn't ring. It's just a pre-recorded voicemail that goes in, but they feel like, oh, I just missed the call, and there's the voicemail. So there's a lot of really, really cool things you can do. You can show different pieces of your website to different people based upon their profile, their Facebook profile. So, there's going to be a lot of really, really cool marketing things that we're going to be able to do together as we move forward. But usually the thing that gets everybody stuck is they do get overwhelmed by all of these options. Just go Google marketing strategies for schools. Everybody's got a strategy for you. Everybody's trying to sell you something, right? Sell you a service, do Facebook ads, do SEO, all that stuff. The most important thing that you can do, though, is just get started, get some traction, and then we can get fancy from there, and we can do some really cool advanced things. But you can't do that without getting this set up first. All right, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to show you. Based upon what we went through, is this helpful? Did you find this helpful, or did this leave you with more questions, or do you feel good about what your next steps are? Polly, you had said, is there a ClickFunnels plugin for WordPress sites? Oh, cool, you're using WordPress. Yeah, it makes it super easy. Polly, WordPress does have a ClickFunnels plugin. You connect it to your ClickFunnels account, and you can actually choose the pages you want to put on there. That makes life super easy for you. So that's great. So anybody that's using a WordPress site, by the way, guys, there's a plugin for ClickFunnels. You just plug it in as it suggests, and you can attach your ClickFunnels account and just add pages. So that's awesome. If you don't have a ClickFunnels, or I'm sorry, if you don't have a WordPress site and it was built by somebody else, a final site, or it's not in a WordPress format, you will need to follow some more instructions and changing up your hosting account records. Again, it sounds complicated. It really isn't if you're familiar with that, but if you're not, just have somebody else do it. They'll know how to direct your ClickFunnels pages to your website. So that's a natural extension, and nobody knows that you're using this other software. All right. So how does everybody feel? Does this excite you? Does this overwhelm you? Does this say, what the heck did I get myself into? Or does everybody kind of feel pretty good? All right, feeling good, feeling excited, bit overwhelming. Okay, Polly, I hear you. I'm good, but we have to get set up, email marketing service, so still overwhelming. Okay, yep, I hear you, especially if you don't have the email service provider. You're definitely going to need it. Look, I'm going to say it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life if you're spending a lot of time trying to do email. And look, if you're one of those folks out there that replied in the webinar, in the feedback form, where you said, look, we're just trying to get the word out there. We're trying to differentiate ourselves. We're trying to get more people on campus. If they just get on campus, we know that we can get them to come to our school. That's what all this is designed to do. Yes, you need some software. You need to do some things to get set up. Frankly, if it was the easiest thing in the world to do, everybody would do it. Have the confidence in knowing that you're here right now. 99% of the other schools are not, and they have the same questions and concerns that you have. But you're taking this step, and look, it's change, it's different, it's going to be overwhelming. Whenever you do something new, what isn't overwhelming, right? What doesn't feel weird at first? But you'll get there. And like I said, I am here to help you. Yes, there's a ton of videos and guides directly through ClickFunnels. If you're using email marketing service, they have tons of videos, but I'm here. Shoot me a message in the Facebook group. Let's set up a one-on-one time. I can help you in this process. The last thing I want you to do is get started with this, get excited, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I don't know what to do next. So I don't want that to happen. All right. So for anybody here that doesn't have an email service provider, I'll send you some links. I'll show you what Actionetics can do. If you don't feel like the $297 is in your budget, that's okay. I'll give you some other options that you can here, see some videos, and I'll show you, what you can expect. And really, I think your two options are Actionetics or ActiveCampaign. Those are really the two you want to look at. Yes, there's MailChimp and Constant Contact and all of those. I think ActiveCampaign is the best at the same price ranges as all those other ones are. So what else? Totally random comment. Linda, I hate the ClickFunnels webpage. Looks very sketchy. Hopefully their paid pages are a little bit more professional looking. Linda, I totally agree with you. Like they're $100 million company. They've got about 50,000 customers. Um, it was built by, a marketer who's doing marketing things, and they have that built that way because I guess it's been proven to get the most conversions on their end. Um, but yeah, when I see it, I'm like, it's kind of overwhelming. There's a lot of content there. It looks a little cluttered, but the guy who created it's a genius, and in terms of creating the software, so um, it works. All that matters really is, look, can I build these pages? Can I make them look how I want to? Can they do what I need them to do in terms of getting the lead magnet? The answer is yes. And like, there's a lot of other landing page builders out there. I've used practically every single one of them. Instapage, Lead Pages, HubSpot, Optimize Press for WordPress. I've used them all. They all have different price points. This price point is one of the best. And frankly, if I used the other ones, I wouldn't be able to share the funnel with you either. So I would have said, hey, yeah, go do it, use whatever you want, and then you'd have to go build it yourself or pay somebody to do it. And but they all do relatively the same thing from a building of pages. What ClickFunnels is nice, what's nice about them is um, you can actually click the funnel you want and it pre-populates the structure, which I love. From a builder of funnels, that is a huge time saver. With the other funnel builders, you actually have to build each page individually and then connect them together, which I hate. I've done it so many times. It's just, that's why ClickFunnels is nice. And then their Actionetics program that they have, yes, it's a higher price point. It's their follow-up system and their progressive profiling system, they call it. It's absolutely amazing, and I think is really the future of follow-up. So that's what excites me about using ClickFunnels. I love HubSpot. Linda, I know you asked me about HubSpot, especially in the Facebook group. I love HubSpot. HubSpot does stuff that's a little bit different. It's not just a landing page builder. You can do that there, but it's for blogging. If you were going to overhaul your entire blogging, your website, you were going to have multiple people using the platform. HubSpot is like the Rolls Royce of inbound marketing technology by far. It's also $800 a month minimum. Actually, not minimum. It's $0, $50 a month, and $800. It's a weird price jump, but at the $0 and $50 price range, you don't get the stuff that you need to even do what we're talking about here. You get some basic stuff. So I love HubSpot. We use HubSpot here. I always recommend HubSpot, but for purposes of what we're trying to do here is like, let's get you going. It's an easier price point to swallow. With HubSpot, it's $800 a month and then $3,000 like onboarding fee, which again, it's worth it. But I want you to get going this week. I don't think if I recommended HubSpot, you'd get going this week, and there's a lot more training involved. So this was the easiest way that I thought about, was how could I help you guys get going if you've been thinking about this, or even if you haven't and you're like, oh, I like it, let's just do it. Let's get it on the website within the week and have people start going through this. This is the best way that I knew of. Yep, Linda, you're welcome. Linda said thanks for looking at all these. No problem. Look, I used them in a past life. I'm always trying different ones to see which one's best. They all have their different bells and whistles. This is, for our purposes here, I think, this is really going to help everybody, get started as quickly as possible. So, look, I'm here. Any other questions? Any other questions? I know we got started a little bit late, but I know we're past the hour. But any other questions? So again, if you feel overwhelmed right now, do not worry. Totally normal. Okay, get in there, start clicking around, look at some videos maybe that ClickFunnels has. The one thing I want to leave you with, make sure you get me your logo. Yes, I'm going to send you a follow-up email with everything that I mentioned here, with all these resources. Make sure you email me your logo at the very least. As you're getting this set up on your website and getting your email stuff set up, I can go ahead and customize that PDF for you, and so that I can get that over to you, and then we can get some of these images and your downloadable stuff ready to go and ready to rock and roll. So make sure you send that to me. If you haven't joined the Facebook group, join the Facebook group. It's growing pretty quickly. I started with 0 before the webinar. I think we're around like 200 people in there, getting some great conversation in there. We were just talking about Facebook ads. So join the group, join the conversation, and keep an eye out on your email from me. I'm going to be sending a lot of email, a lot of Facebook stuff to talk to you about what's next. What's next is how do we drive traffic? What's next is how do we develop content on our website from a blogging standpoint, and also how to do all of this, especially if you're limited on time. Um, I'm not sitting here saying I'm the time management expert by any means, but when it comes to building these pages, sending emails, doing blog posts, and you're like, who's going to do all of that? You might feel that that falls on your shoulders. I'm going to give you some really good strategies to actually be able to do a lot of that without feeling totally overwhelmed and like you have no more time, and then you become a professional blogger. So that's what's coming next. And a new lead magnet is coming next. And like I said, I promise you a whole bunch of trainings and workshops, and that's all coming. So stay tuned, guys. I hope everybody's excited. This is your next step. And I'll be in the Facebook group, or email me, call me anytime. So if there's no other questions, I will leave you here. I'll be sending you an email here shortly with everything that I mentioned here, with the emails and what else did I promise you? The whitelist stuff, the links for the help desk. So, all right. Well, that's it, guys. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. And I will see you either in the Facebook group or the next webinar. All right, everybody. Take care.